Hello friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to learn the topic select query and where clause. With the help of select query, you can select certain data. So let's start the video.
So let's start with the select query. Select. It is used to display certain rows or columns. Okay. So let's talk about its syntax. So syntax is, you can say, the way how we write it. So the syntax would be select keyword, then name of the column, then we'll write from which table. Okay, this would be the columns and this would be the name of the table. Okay, let's do it. Switch on the MySQL workbench. It has been switched on. Again, enter the password. Okay, now it has been switched on. We'll make a new file. Yeah, so let's first of all check our previous database. So this was a previous database which we have created in the previous videos. Now let's write the select query. So say for I want to display only the IDs. Okay, then you need to write select ID from students. Okay, let's run this one. No database selected. Okay, the database has not been selected again. Firstly, we need to write use. Which database are we using? Use hello. Okay, now it has been executed. Now write that line, select ID from, name of the table is students. Okay, see, all the IDs have been printed now. So this is the way of printing a single column. We can also print multiple columns by adding a comma, ID, then name. Execute it. See, ID and name both are getting executed. So this is a way of selecting multiple columns. Now we can use one more aspect, like if we want to give an alias name. What does that mean? I'll come on to this one. See, let's suppose you have this kind of a table which have, say, for an ID and then has name and then some other attributes. Say for ID is 1, name is Hardik, then 2, then say name Harshit, and then so on. Okay, so but one thing, that when you are displaying the table, you want that this should not be displayed with the display name ID and this should not be displayed with the display name name. You want to change it. So what would be the way for changing that? The way for changing that would be to use the as keyword. Okay, come on to the workbench. ID as, say for we call it as role. Okay, roll number. Say let the name be as it is only. Okay, let's run this one. See, now it is being displayed as roll numbers. Okay, so this is a way of giving an alias, or you can give multiple aliases also. Say if you want to give name as um, book, let it be anything. It could be anything. So let's run this query. See, now instead of name, it is printing book, or you just want to give it big name, or say the first name, then run this query. See, first name, this, all have been executed. So this is the purpose of as. Now come back to this one. See, this was the way by which we were selecting certain columns. Now what if we want to select all the columns? For selecting all the columns, there is one keyword, that is star, or you can say asterisk. Okay, asterisk. So you just need to write select asterisk from students. This will display the whole table. Okay, let's check it in the workbench. Select star from students. See, the table has been printed as it is. Okay, so yeah, this is the purpose of the star. Now let's come on to the where part. So first of all, what is where? Where is, you can say, it is used in SQL query to add certain conditions. Okay, like let's suppose you say that only the values which satisfy these conditions will get executed. Okay, so for these conditions, there are certain operations also which are applicable. So if I tell you those operations are, first one is equal to, the second one is not equal to, then the third one is greater than equal to. I'll write it also, equal to, not equal to, greater than equal, greater than or equal, less than or equal, and other one would be just greater and just smaller, or you can say less than. Greater. Okay, so these are the operators which are applicable, and we'll do practice these operators one by one. So let's first talk about its syntax. So syntax would be same, but with certain addition. You can say select star from students. Then after this, we would be adding this keyword, that is where then you can write certain condition that okay, id is not equal to 1, id not equal to 2, id equal to 2, and then certain conditions. Okay, so let's do this in the workbench. First of all, we'll go with the first condition, that is equal to. Select star from students where id equal to 1. Okay, so sorry for the mistake I made here. It is only a single equal, not double equal. Okay, make sure you are doing this correctly. Okay, so where id is equal to 1. Okay, now let's run this query. Okay, see, the first column, that is the one with the id equal to 1, has been printed. Now let's come on to the next one. So what was next one? That is not equal to. Okay, which not equal to id 1. So in this case, all the ones will be printed, all the entries would be printed which has id not equal to 1. See, id 2, 3, 4, 5 are getting printed. Okay, now let's come on to the next one, that is greater than equal to. So the ones which have id greater than equal to 1. So this would be printing all because all the IDs were in the range of 1 to 5 only. We'll give a different value, say 3. See, 3, 4, 5 are getting printed. Coming on to the next one, that is less than. We'll change it to less than equal to 3. So 1, 2, 3 are getting printed now. Okay. Now coming over to the next one, that is just greater. So if we put the greater one, IDs which are greater than 3. And remember one more thing, this condition is not applied to only ID, you can apply it to other columns also. Okay, now let's check for the less than 1, less than 3, or say less than 2. No issues. Okay, ID less than 2, it is 1 and then it is Hardik. Okay. So ID less than 2 has been covered. So now we have covered all these 6 conditions. There are many more conditions, but these are the some basic conditions. Now I need to tell you about one more thing, that is a specific operator, you can say in operator. Okay, in operator you learn in the later videos, but now I'll give you a slight hint. In actually tells the range. It sorry, it gives the range. Okay, let's scroll down. So we'll be writing ID in 2 to 3. Now see, it will only be printing the values which are in the range of 2 to 3. See, if I change it to 4, see, only 2 and 4 are here. So it is just printing 2 and 4. If I mentioned it to 1 and say 3, so only the entries with a value 1 and 3 would be printed. So this is the purpose for in also. Okay, so that's all for this video. We'll meet you in the next one.